What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'll be showing you a trade recap, the live session of me actually trading. I made $2,000 on this exact trade, and it was just a simple strategy that I use every single day. I actually document this strategy a lot on my channel, so if you go watch all of my previous videos, I talk about it. I look for a pre-market high, break and retest, fair value gap, and a candle confirmation for entry. It's just as simple as that. Here's the confirmation of the money that I made. $1,976 after commission. You can see gross P&L was $2,005. So really solid trade, and we'll go right to it. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you want to see more of these. Peace.
So, okay, well, we could take that off the screen because it didn't form out. But we are retesting the pre-market high. This would be an area where you can look to continue the trend to the upside if that was what you wanted to do. But for right now, I'm staying patient. But definitely, what could happen there? See, I can retest the market high just reacted. So there's buyers there. Just unfortunately didn't hold above to create a gap. And you got 10 cons. Let's see how much money. NQNDS is showing rising on too. As long as it's close, it should look well. A little retest there did work. Just no fair value gap created. Oh my Lord. Wow. That retest was something else. See, like, even if you didn't take anything, sitting here and visualizing, seeing it come down, we didn't form the gap, but we did retest that pre-market high to a T. We held it. Like, there, you can visualize it, see it more for yourself, and have more confidence within taking something like that. That was amazing. And what you'll see is sometimes, right, when price wants to fill this gap that we didn't create, um, what you're gonna see is price come down. We retest that. If we're still holding here, obviously there was buyers. So, even though there's not a gap there, if the risk reward wise, if it fails that pre-market high, you're out. But if it holds it like it did here, you can catch that move to the upside, that trend move to the upside. So, um, that's the way I look at it. So now, there's not much stopping us. If you go look here on QQQ, however, we do have that New York session high approaching. On SPY, on the other hand, we don't have the New York session high till 591.12. So, as traders, my perspective, right? Um, we can only look for price to reach towards previous areas of liquidity. So for right now, QQQ is approaching that previous high. We'll see how we react up here. We might be able to sweep it. Um, we might be able to come up here and sweep it and, make a move down. We might be able to, the strength might be too much to the point where we might break out and continue higher. At that point in time, we could look for, some type of retest to continue or just a trend entry. But honestly, we'll see how the price reacts here on this previous high and SPY with the same thing. We're going to look for that previous New York session high to be targeted. Yeah, I mean, that's good. We look at that rejection right off that previous New York session high. Looking at this here, we're inversing this gap. We had no reason to take anything on that gap one. I just marked it out just to show you that, look, you can mark out any fair value gap you want, but that doesn't mean it's going to work, right? You need a fair value gap as a tool, not a strategy. And here's another gap right here on QQQ. Look. So you can find them all day, but the thing is not using them, right? You have to be able to have different confluences. Here's this bottom gap. Wow, that was a nasty sell-off. So, you are retesting pre-market low. You do have this gap, but what do I always wait for? I wait for a candle to close. So, um, this could be worth watching. You could scalp it if you like, but if you're going to look for the bigger move, you would wait for a 5-minute candle to close. See, but if your strategy is scalping based, you're not gonna want to wait for that 5-minute candle to close, right? You want to see that quick. You expect buyers to be here because it's the pre-market high and it's the lowest fair value gap created. So what you want to do is enter off the 50, it entered 50% of that fair value gap. So you want to enter, and if it breaks that gap, then you're simply out of your scalp. Look at that bounce. Why did that bounce like that? First fair value gap created, equaled with the pre-market high. Boom. Come back down. We also retested that 21 EMA. We had three reasonings why that could bounce there. At this point, from the entry, you're almost getting a one-to-one risk to reward. So there's a one-to-one there. If you wanted to put your stop loss at break even, you could do it. You could put it up to this bottom of this 5 minute where we got the entry. It's my God. We got a one-to-one. So that's why we had to take a trim up there because it's secure profitability. Now with the stop loss being where it's at now, if this doesn't continue, we'll still be profitable on the trade. But if this does continue, it's free money, right? So let the trade do its work. You managed it like I said. You got a one-to-one trim. You're putting the stop loss up. We're minimizing risk, maximizing the reward. Do not sell it. Let let your chart and your stop loss and everything determine whether you're out the trade. Don't click buttons. Guys, I'm still holding this trade, by the way. It's still working. Wow, look how that's what that was so close to stopping us out. We're not selling to high a day. I mean, is anyone listening? Is anyone listening? All right, all right. We can take we if you don't want if you don't want to wait till high a day, you trim here. You trim here. Now look, if you guys want to get fancy with it, right? You have a little more, and you already trimmed again. That's two trims. We put the stop loss up to our first trim. So therefore, we're trimming in profit on the last. If you have more, if it falls down into profit, you still made profit on those contracts. But if you do this, you could catch this move, and here we go. Here we go. New high a day. Bang. I mean, we just did something right there. We just did something right there. All right, look, I'm gonna put this back for the visual, but stop loss is gonna be um, at the first profit target. So what up? What the hell? What's my shit lagging? So look, this was the original entry, which was crazy enough in itself. We just got high a day and we're still holding. Now our stop loss is right where this line is here because this was where we took our first trim. I mean, you could feel free to get out of the trade if you like because we just made high a day. That's a 1 to 3 easy risk reward trade, but really it's like a 1 to 5 because we put our stop loss way up once we got the first 1 to 1. What a beautiful way to end the week. What a beautiful way to start the new year.